Step back in time with 10 retro foods like Jell-O salads and meatloaf that are nearly gone today, as we tour the dishes that once defined holiday tables and family dinners. From wiggling Jell-O salads and meatloaf's comforting heft to tuna casserole, liver and onions, and ambrosia, these classics reveal a slice of mid-century American life. We'll unpack why these foods rose to fame, what kept them on center stage, and why many have faded: cheeseballs, fondue, pineapple upside-down cake, deviled eggs, and Waldorf salad among them. Join us as we explore the nostalgia, the flavor profiles, and the stories behind these beloved staples. 1. Jell-O salads. The wiggling wonders that ruled holiday tables. Remember when family gatherings meant facing down a rainbow of jiggly mounds? Those wiggly jiggly Jell-O molds, now seen as nostalgic relics, were once a wildly popular phenomenon and graced American tables for decades. Jell-O salads first became popular in the 1930s but reached their highest expression as part of the processed food school of cooking that sprang up after the war. This was an era of packaged foods and TV dinners, and it was the golden age of gelatin desserts. These culinary curiosities weren't just desserts either. Congealed salads, which are basically everything and anything from fruit and vegetables to fish and meats encased in jiggly Jell-O, were popular for a long time. Jell-O salad fell out of fashion in the 1960s and 70s. The rise of Julia Child and the popularization of French cooking in the United States made the Jell-O salad appear less elegant, and dieting trends eventually turned against sugary food like Jell-O. 2. Meatloaf. America's vanishing comfort food champion, meatloaf once stood proud as the cornerstone of American comfort food, but it's slowly disappearing from dinner tables across the nation. Meatloaf has historically been ranked among Americans' favorite comfort foods in various surveys. However, times have changed dramatically since then. Its versatility and ability to stretch ingredients have kept it relevant, even as its overall popularity has decreased. The dish became an American icon during challenging times. With the sudden collapse of the American banking system and the increase in unemployment, certain ingredients like meat became scarce and expensive. Meatloaf presented an ingenious way to stretch what little protein many families could afford into a filling meal. Though the popularity of meat, and beef in particular, has begun to wane due to the necessity and demand for vegetarian or more earth-conscious ingredients, the comforting power of a classic meatloaf recipe has never really wavered. 3. Tuna casserole. The budget-friendly dinner that lost its charm. There was a time when tuna casserole reigned supreme as the ultimate weeknight dinner solution for busy American families. It became popular in the 1940s and 1950s, and by the 1950s, it was riding the popularity charts. Tuna casserole became a perfect fit for a post-war America discovering its penchant for convenience foods and electric appliances. But this once beloved dish has fallen from grace dramatically. Tuna casserole, a product of mid-20th century convenience cooking, combines canned tuna, cooked pasta, and canned soup, often topped with crushed potato chips or breadcrumbs. Its popularity has waned due to its association with bland, processed flavors and a shift towards fresher, less processed ingredients. Environmental issues like overfishing and sustainability, worries over high mercury content in tuna, and a growing awareness of the ill effects of high-sodium diets all contributed to its waning popularity as words like organic, fresh, and health foods became the new standard. Modern families simply aren't reaching for that can opener anymore. 4. Liver and onions. The iron-rich dish that couldn't win hearts. Few dishes evoke such strong reactions as liver and onions. You either loved it or absolutely despised it. Liver and onions, once praised for their nutritional value as a rich source of iron, have fallen out of favor among modern diners, particularly younger generations. The strong flavor and unusual texture of liver are not as popular in an era where milder and more universally palatable flavors are preferred. The distinctive flavor of liver, bold and gamey, occasionally slightly sweet, meant that not everyone was a fan. It is one of those foods that you will either love or avoid at all costs. Liver and onions was previously widely available as a diner staple, but the dish has lost prevalence, perhaps in tandem with a dwindling diner culture. Even when seeking a diner meal, people simply don't stop in for a plate of liver and onions anymore. The nutritional benefits just couldn't overcome the taste barriers for most modern diners. 5. Ambrosia salad. The sweet southern belle that lost its sparkle. Ambrosia salad once graced countless potluck tables and holiday spreads across America, particularly in the South. Serious Eats says ambrosia salad dates back at least to the late 1800s, and adds that it likely became popular because at the time, all those ingredients were special, exotic treats. But what was once considered sophisticated has now fallen out of favor with changing tastes. Ambrosia, a fruit salad traditionally made with pineapple, coconut, marshmallows, and cherries, often bound with whipped cream or yogurt, has seen a decline as a popular dessert or side dish. Modern palates tend to favor less sugary options and fresher, less canned or processed fruit components. While there's a small portion of the population again, mostly in the American South, that is trying to give ambrosia salad a makeover and repopularize it, NPR found many people are just happy this weird stuff is going the way of the dodo. 6. Cheese balls. The party centerpiece that rolled away. Nothing screamed sophisticated party in the 1970s quite like a perfectly crafted cheese ball covered in chopped nuts. Behold the orange orb of dairy magnificence. No 70s gathering was complete without this spherical cheese sculpture coated in chopped nuts and herbs. Hostesses nationwide wielded cream cheese, cheddar, Worcestershire sauce, and garlic powder to create these flavor bombs that guests attacked with Ritz crackers. The cheese ball's genius lay in its make-ahead convenience and impressive presentation. However, as entertaining styles evolved and appetizer preferences shifted toward more sophisticated small plates, the humble cheese ball began to lose its appeal. Modern party hosts are more likely to serve artisanal cheese boards or gourmet dips than the retro cheese orbs that once dominated cocktail parties. 7. Fondue. The interactive dining experience that cooled down. Fondue parties were the height of social dining in the 1970s, bringing people together around bubbling pots of melted cheese or chocolate. Nothing screams groovy dinner party like guests awkwardly poking long forks into a communal pot of bubbling dairy. Fondue sets were the wedding gift of the decade, promising sophisticated European flair while delivering burned tongues and cheese-crusted shag carpeting. The elaborate ritual of fondue dining created memorable social experiences. Swiss tradition became suburban sensation overnight. Hosts would proudly melt Gruyere with white wine and kirsch, while guests prayed their bread cube wouldn't slip into the pot. Tradition dictated losers buy a round of drinks or kiss their neighbors. Unfortunately, the novelty wore off, and the fussy preparation requirements made fondue less appealing to busy modern households who prefer simpler entertaining options. 8. Pineapple upside-down cake. The flipped-out dessert that lost its drama. This theatrical dessert once wowed dinner guests with its dramatic presentation and tropical flair. Caramelized magic in a cast-iron skillet. This retro showstopper featured rings of canned pineapple and garish maraschino cherries arranged in brown sugar goo, topped with yellow cake batter, then dramatically flipped to reveal its glistening face. The cake's theatrical presentation made it perfect for the decade's flair for drama. Pineapple upside-down cake, characterized by a top layer of caramelized pineapple rings and cherries, has waned in popularity as cake preferences shift towards more modern flavors and presentations. Originally a hit due to the convenience of canned pineapple, this cake now often feels dated compared to the sleek aesthetics of contemporary desserts. Today's bakers are more drawn to minimalist layer cakes and artisanal desserts than the campy charm of upside-down presentations. 9. Deviled eggs. The party staple that got displaced. These paprika-dusted appetizers were once the first thing to disappear at any gathering, but their reign as party favorites has significantly diminished. Deviled eggs, a party food favorite known for their paprika-sprinkled, mayo-filled centers, are not as common at gatherings as they once were. While still a classic, the appeal of this once novel snack has waned with the advent of more sophisticated appetizers and small plates. The decline of deviled eggs reflects broader changes in entertaining preferences. Modern hosts gravitate toward Instagram-worthy charcuterie boards, exotic dips, or artisanal small bites rather than the humble deviled egg. However, they still make occasional appearances at traditional holiday tables and picnics, serving more as nostalgic nods to the past than contemporary party favorites. 10. Waldorf salad. The hotel classic that lost its sophistication. Born in the elegant dining rooms of New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel, this salad once represented the pinnacle of refined dining. The Waldorf salad, an iconic dish created at New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel in the 1890s, combines apples, celery, grapes, and walnuts in a mayonnaise dressing. Though once a symbol of sophistication, its popularity has declined as more innovative and lighter salads have taken center stage in health-focused diets. What was once considered luxurious has become a relic of dining history. Today, the Waldorf salad serves more as a historical footnote in culinary history than a common menu item. Despite this, its classic combination of flavors and textures still appeals to those who appreciate traditional American cuisine. The heavy mayonnaise dressing and old-fashioned ingredient combinations simply don't align with contemporary preferences for fresh, light salads with vibrant dressings.